This is a video response to Ian's video entitled Sex that he added November the 4th, 2004. And since I've only started my vlogs, I'm only getting around to a few of his videos, and then I'm going to respond with a video on this one. At 6 minutes and 50 seconds into the video, he says, he's talking about the term fuck, the word fuck, and using it. And that brings me to remember a friend of mine, his wife, was very angry if anybody used the word fuck. That was a big, big no-no. And, but they were pretty liberal people, very free-thinking and everything, and her objection to the word was not that it's profanity, but she said that fuck, as far as sex, is such a beautiful thing to her that she didn't like it being used in the manner it was, usually as far as, oh fuck, in a negative way. So that was her feeling, and I quite respected that point of view. And so I wanted to point that out. And I'm not sure where he's headed, because there's only a few more minutes left on his video. I haven't seen it, the rest of it. But as far as why are you saying, don't have sex? There are many ways of having sex, but copulation, as far as in procreation, there is that urge, that phenomenon, desire, whatever, for an organism to reproduce, which is why we continue. Because if we didn't have an urge to do that, we would unlikely do it. But now that we get to the point of understanding that it is important to procreate the species with an intellectual, we don't need the urge, or we can control it, you might say. Or we try to. But in the evolutionary process, you might say, it was necessary. It's necessary in the animals, because you can't tell them, well, if you don't make any more of yourselves, then you'll probably die off. So anyway, that's those topics, of course. Many people can comment on with their own ideas of feeling about evolution. Also to say that, well, I can't talk about that part here. When you say don't have sex, who's telling you not to? Choose not to have sex. Not that someone's telling you, don't do it. Because then you'd be struggling. Understand why you don't want to yourself have sex. Why that you don't need to do it, if it's not necessary. Anyway, that's my thoughts, and I will just leave it at that. And get back to you later. Thank you. Okay, now, ready? Here is a splicing of the second part of my response to the first. Let's see, the first video that I didn't really post as a response, but at 3 minutes and 15 seconds is where you start with the question of, I think you're saying you want to be able to talk about sexual matters with a female or whoever, but you don't necessarily want them to get the idea that you want to have sex with them just because you're talking about it. And you feel that seems to be the case, and I agree with you. That does seem to be, there's that taboo, and then if you talk about it, and then when they want to do it, and if you're not in the mood or something you just want to talk about it, what's wrong with you or something. So yeah, it's I don't know exactly what the phenomenon of that is that yeah, the right to say no, you might say, and then not make a big deal about it. So I understand you're saying, yeah, you're all asking out there the same type of question, or we have had it in our minds, you see. Well, let's see how this adds to the other one.